What do you think's happening?
Hi, I'm a technologist. I work in upcoming technologies. And I can say that things that are going on in Britain, waiting to come in, businesses that are ready, are quite significant. And I think the job losses are inevitable due to AI being introduced into the workplace anyway.
No, the job losses we're talking about today have nothing to do with AI. The chief executive of the company... Well, we're not talking in general about theoretical, fictional businesses. We're talking about production lines that when the product at the end of the production line is subjected to export tariffs will not be financially viable anymore. Now, did you vote for that?
I voted to leave.
Yes, I could tell that already, but did you vote for businesses to go bust?
To actually say you are going to go bust and you are not going to go bust,
yes.
It's hard to say who's going to cherry pick. There are going to be...
No, you misunderstood me again, Steve. Jeremy Hunt is saying businesses will go bust as a direct consequence of a no-deal Brexit. If there wasn't a no-deal... What
I'm saying is that businesses will be... There are new businesses coming up that aren't yet there, that will be there when we're out. For example...
Great. So no, not for example. I hope you're right, and I'm happy to believe you, but we're not talking about a theoretical future today. We're talking about...
We're not. We're talking about technologies that are existing that can't get into the marketplace because we're in Europe.
Right, go on. Well, tell me about the technologies that can't get... Go on, tell me about the technologies. Yes, which is why today we're talking about the present. So, tell me about the technologies that can't get...
You go to China right now,
yes,
and everybody lives on their phone. Everybody. Everything that is in your wallet right now will be on your mobile phone within 5 years, and the technology to do that, the digital linking technology, is British. The patents are British, and that is coming through. So when that actually happens... Yeah, but we need to be out of the EU for this technology to take precedence, because what will happen
What does that mean? Just slow down a bit. We need to be out of the EU for this technology to take precedence. Just tell me what that means.
Yes. Right, okay. For example, all the cash that is in your... We are going cashless. We are going digital, and we're going to go virtual. That is definitely going to happen. The bridging technology that does that is British. Now, that company is actually moving from the country because we can't get traction, not because we want to move. We can't get traction.
Sorry, what's the company called?
Smartglyph.com.
And where's it moving to?
Well, the investment we've just taken is from America.
This is your own business, is it? This is a business you're involved in?
I'm involved in it, yes.
Right, so what is it about European Union membership that has prevented you from doing anything?
At the moment, what we're saying is that should we follow the Norway model? Should we not follow the Canada model? No, you can't
follow the Norway model because we're not in EFTA. So what is it about...
When have we ever been followers? We're a country of leaders.
Steve, you're doing emotion. No, here is the question, because I think you know more about this than I do. What is it about European Union membership that at the moment is restricting your ability to trade?
Because you cannot be Switzerland, which is where we should head, with being in the EU. You need to be independent to control.
I'm going to ask you once more. Switzerland, of course, is in. What is it about membership? No, please, Steve. What is it about membership? Just tell me, because I'm happy to believe you that restricts your ability to do business.
Right, the reason Switzerland is Switzerland and is not in the EU is because it needs to stand independent when it comes to money.
Can you just please answer the question?
Well, I'm trying to answer
what
it
can't
in the way
you
that,
do?
Okay, what, by being a member? You can't stand independent and say, we hold the purse, we're the prize, which is what Switzerland does right now.
What does that mean? What can't you do at the moment? We can't hold the purse. That's utterly meaningless. What is it you can't do? And you know that the EU has just set...
You can't stand independent. You cannot stand on your own and say, right, we are the prize. Let's say, for example, in Docklands, we've got the strongest IT infrastructure in the world.
As members of the EU.
Yeah, well, irrespective, it is
No, it's not irrespective, is it? Because we wouldn't have that unless we had a membership of the biggest trading bloc in the world. Once more, Steve.
And it's not the biggest trading bloc, it's the second, it's the second or third
it's the biggest, mate. Steve, one question for you, all right? Your business, what can't you do today that you'll be able to do when we leave with no deal? Because if we leave with no deal, we're not going to be anything like Switzerland.
we can. Well, what my argument is we need.
I don't want your arguments. I want your points.
Independent.
I want your evidence. What can't you do, in a nutshell, using your expertise, of which I have none? You've got me right over a barrel here. I know nothing about this sector. What can't you do today that you'll be able to do in November if we leave with no deal?
Stand independently as, for example, a central bank, as Britain being the central bank for the world. If we're the central bank for the world, we cannot have partisan relationships with other places in Europe.
You work for a technology company. You're not going to be able to establish Britain as the central bank for the world. Tell me about your company Steve, what can't you do today that you'll be able to do in November? Just as a simple business proposal. Fill your boots.
Stand independently without being authoritarian.
Stand independently. That doesn't mean anything at all. And here's the first story that will pop up on your Google about Switzerland and EU. Relationships between non-EU Switzerland and its 28 EU neighbours were strained on Sunday, with the European Union threatening from midnight to terminate its preferential treatment of Swiss stock exchanges. Steve, how is that standing independently?
Right, so partly, if we stand back and say, OK...
You've got to answer one question that I've asked. You've got to answer one question that I've asked. How is the EU being able...
That question,
no, mate, I give up. Seriously. Have a great day. It's 10...